Hi everyone, I'm Nick Chatton, and that over there is Ian Forrest. Welcome to Too Fat DJs. It's been a long time. It's been a very long time. But we're
It has
back
been a long time.
with an update, and hopefully we're going to carry this on a bit more. So, Ian,
This
what have
is
you been up to?
episode 11.
Is it 11? We've done 10 already. Bloody hell.
We've done 10. This is episode 11.
When was the last time we did one? Do you remember?
I knew you were going to ask that, so I thought, well, maybe I should go and have a look. Should I go and have a look? You talk for a bit. I'll go and have a look.
So, so a lot's happened, really. I've got a feeling it must have been.
July 2022.
Really?
Yeah. Too Fat DJs, episode 10 was in July 18th, 2022.
God, I would have said it was last year. I would have said it was
Yeah.
sometime in 2023.
Yeah.
Are you sure you set the clock correctly on your computer?
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, July 18th.
that means we're
Before
older.
that, we were doing them every 2 weeks, more or less. There was July 1st.
Yeah.
And then May 27th. Some of the titles of these podcasts are funny. So we've got episode 1, why are we doing this and who are we? So that was kind of like our intro. Episode 2, are you staring and laughing at me? This is when we were talking about, as DJs, we get people talking about us and look at that fat guy over there. Fatism. No, exactly, yeah. Episode 3, why am I paying that much for a salad? So he says, talking about eating out, how things are cooked, what they're cooked in, why is healthy stuff more expensive than stuff you really want to eat? Apparently you pressed the self-destruct button and killed the podcast.
Oh, did I?
I put on £1 and we spoke about the trials and tribulations of life as a fat DJ.
Okay.
Okay, and then episode 4, wrap your meat around it.
What on earth was that one about then?
I don't know. It says we get up to date with our latest progress, discuss late night takeaways, cheat days, shopping, and we also meet a real life Slimming World consultant. Oh, that's when we had Jason on.
That's right.
Episode 5, I was force fed that dessert. Exercise, which oils are best for cooking with. I think you just started being a chef at that point, so you were like sharing your knowledge. We also discussed
that as well. I still do that. So
we also discussed if getting nice comments from friends, how much better you look can push you into eating badly. Can this lead you into thinking that cheating doesn't matter if your friends like the way you look?
yeah.
And then we looked at the possibility of taking over a roadside food van for 24 hours and selling healthy food.
Yeah, I remember that.
We never got around to doing that, did we?
No, life got in the way.
Episode 6 was do you do you masticate regularly?
That was chewing, wasn't it?
That was true, and we met. We had Alan Marshall.
Did we?
At that time he'd walked every single day for 1,117 days.
So what's he up to now?
If we look at Alan Marshall now, let's just have a look. Alan Marshall, he up to yesterday, he'd walked 1,782 days. So he'd added like another 600 odd days to his.
Right, I think while we're on the subject of Alan Marshall, do you reckon, between me and you, and no one else is listening, do you reckon,
Literally,
no one, do you reckon Alan Marshall actually does walk 5K a day?
I reckon it's, firstly, I think it's green screen.
I think he only ever walks up and down his road.
Yeah, sometimes I can tune into Alan and he's just walking up and down in like he walks sort of like 20 meters, turns around and then walks back.
You can see his black van, can't you?
Yeah, I want to see his step count. Not that I don't trust you, Alan, but
yeah, you see, I don't trust him. I think he's lying. We want evidence, don't we?
Yeah, we want evidence.
We want to see your step count.
We should go and walk with him one day.
Shall we? But he lives in another country, doesn't he? Called Andover.
Yeah, around that way, Hampshire or something.
That's like 2 weeks to get to from me.
For you, yeah. Not for me.
It's probably only 2 days.
Yeah, I'd want to do that, but he seems
Shall we
he
do
like
that? Shall we do that in the
yeah,
summer?
yeah,
Right. Should we call him out now?
yeah. He likes his. He's expanded on his hashtags.
Oh, well, how many hashtags has he got?
Well, we've got just keep walking. Thing is, when he starts his videos, it takes him half an hour to go through all these
Yeah,
hashtags.
I know.
So we've
I know.
got hashtag just keep walking,
Yeah.
hashtag 1461 walks,
Yeah.
hashtag 1096 walks,
Yeah.
hashtag walk a grand, hashtag be kind, hashtag active 10 walks,
Yeah.
hashtag 365 walks,
Yeah.
hashtag go DJ go,
Yeah.
hashtag uh, DBAD, which is don't be a dick, hashtag Millsed it, hashtag boomerang theory, which kind of explains why he walks around in a circle because he's boomeranging. Is that why that is? Do you think?
How does he
Hmm,
remember all the hashtags?
don't know.
I can't even remember what we spoke about 2 minutes ago. Literally.
Hello to Alan, by the way, if you're walking,
Hi,
if
Alan.
you're watching.
How are you? We're gonna come and see you, Alan. Me and the Forest are gonna come down to Andover, and we're gonna walk 5K with you to make sure
No,
you're
he does
doing.
five. No, he does 5 miles. That's about 7.5, 8K.
You sure it's miles and not
That's what he says. He
kilometers?
says miles. Walking every day for at least 5 miles.
Right. Well, then we need to go and see him.
Five
So
miles in kilometers.
if you're listening, Marshall, we're coming to get you.
That's eight
We're gonna
kilometers a day.
join you.
Now, when I go walking, I do 3, which takes me about 50 minutes. So I reckon 5 miles would take about an hour and a half, something like that.
Okay. We need to sort that out, don't we? We need to just what we could go and do the 5 mile walk and then go and have a
Yeah.
full English breakfast. Or
Yeah.
some yogurt. Or yogurt. Sorry, yogurt is what I meant. Yogurt,
Yogurt.
yogurt.
Yogurt and fresh fruit.
And some granola. Yeah, and fresh fruit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then probably and then go to a yoga class or something afterwards.
Yeah, we could do. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Speaking of exercise and stuff, did you do your running yesterday?
We actually start
Right.
today.
Oh, you're starting today? All right.
Well, we
Okay.
went down to Essex yesterday, so by the time we
Yeah.
got home last night, we didn't get home till about 8:30. Which,
Right.
to be honest with you, we wanted to do it in the dark. For those of you that are listening and wondering what on earth we're talking about, I actually posted something online to say that I'm going to start the couch to 5K with my Doris. And at the time, I thought it was a good idea because I've been speaking to someone else that had done it, and he said, "Oh yeah, it's brilliant. You'll love it. You'll love it." And then I spoke to someone else, and they said, "Yeah, in about week 5 or 6, you go from running 6 minutes to 25 minutes. It's quite a jump." And I thought, "Wow, that is quite a jump. Running for 25 minutes." But I think I might just sort of adapt it. So that's what I'm planning on doing, and it starts today. And today is what's the day today? The 6th, isn't it? Yeah, the 6th of
Yeah.
February, which is when we're recording this. So we're starting tonight. So by the time we do the next podcast, I'll either be 6 feet underground because I've died of a heart attack, or I'll still be here to tell the tale and let you know how I got on with the first sort of startings of Counts to 5K.
So
So
where are you going running then? Where are you going running? And
I'm just going to
how
go.
far are you
Well,
planning? I mean, I'm guessing it's not going to be a run, it's going to be more like a little saunter, like a little jog, yeah?
yeah. So on the app, hang on, let's have a look. I've got the app here. I'll tell you what it says and how you start. Hang on. So it's couch. Right. So the first week that you do it, hang on, the first week you start off. So week one, run one, you stretch, you do some stretching, and then your warm up is a 5 minute walk. Then you do a
Right.
60-second run, and then you walk for 90 seconds. So it's a run for 60 seconds, walk for 90 seconds. Excuse me. And you repeat that 7 times. And then you finish with a run of 60 seconds. Once you've finished that run, your cool down session is a 5-minute walk. And then you come back and you stretch. That's week 1. So I've got to do that every day, 7 days. I've got to do that. And then it goes on to week 2, which I'm guessing will probably be run for 90 seconds and walk for 60. I'm guessing. But you have your personal trainer and you can choose what personal trainer you want. So it's from like, well, I don't know. It's like there's loads of people you can. Oh, and it gives you lots of like tips on to how to get started. And it's like the tip will say, "Don't feel nervous. Feeling nervous is natural when you do this. Don't be afraid of what people say." And then you can share your progress on Facebook or Strava or on Instagram, and then there's lots of different things. And then your personal trainer, you pick from a list of personal trainers, like might be celebrities and athletes. I chose Steve Cram because I thought Steve was more closer to me than anyone else because
He's closer in that he has. If you had hair, you'd probably have the same coloured hair as him.
he's ginger. He's
That's
ginger, isn't
closer.
he? Steve Cram
Yeah,
is ginger.
Andy maybe wears Adidas like you do.
Yeah, yeah. Sponsored by Adidas. See,
Yeah,
he was at one time sponsored by Adidas, like me.
all high
So I
tech.
just thought me and Steve probably had most in common. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
so that's it. So I will keep you updated on it. And you fancy doing it or not?
Well, I was just whilst you were talking about Steve Cram, I was sat there thinking, I wonder which athlete I could probably compare myself to the most. And I was thinking maybe Fatima Whitbread.
Why Fatima Whitbread?
Well, we got the same
Is it
size boobs, probably.
probably right? I'm not going to go any further on that. There was a couple of things I wanted to say about Fatima Whitbread, and I thought, nah, leave it there, Nick. Leave it there.
I
In this,
Look, honestly, when I was younger, I honestly thought she was a fella.
But this is the route I was going to go down with that conversation. I thought, being in the woke society that we
Look,
live in,
we won't go down that corridor any further. But I just putting it out there. I honestly did in the same way I used to think Boy George was a woman.
I think everyone did. But going back to Fatima Whitbread, I mean, she's more of a man than you'll ever be, mate. So don't
Oh,
knock it.
you're probably right, yeah.
No, I think everyone did with George Michael, Boy
Boy
George
George.
Michael.
I
I could
think with
tell you a little
Fatima
story.
Whitbread,
The
you'd
very
have to
first
do
time,
the crocodile. You'd have to do the Crocodile Dundee check, couldn't you?
yeah, yeah. Do you know? I could tell you a little thing about Boy George. The band I used to love when I was growing up, when in my early teens, I used to like all the sort of new romantic music, the electronic synth stuff. Was Japan? I used to love Japan, and they did a concert at the Hammersmith Odeon, and their support act for the night was Culture Club doing. I think it was their
Oh,
first ever gig. The
yeah.
guy that took it was one of the teachers from school. He knew. Is it Roy Hay, the one with the blondish sort of long, the tall one out of Culture Club? He
Yeah,
knew
yeah, yeah.
him, and he said, when we've finished our gig, we'll come and sit along the back row with you, and we'll watch Japan. And sure enough, all 4 members of Culture Club came and sat on the back row of the Hammersmith Odeon while we were watching
Wow.
Japan. Yeah, and I was
That's
still
good.
convinced. I was still convinced he was a girl, and I was close to him there. So yeah, but
It
I've,
could have
I've,
been
I've
you.
could have been, yeah, could have been me. So anyway,
You could have been.
so
You could have been. You could have been his husband. Oh, I
yeah, I
don't
could
know.
have been. I could have been. Could have been. Shall I tell you what I've been up to? I mean, obviously we speak a lot, so we know. But for the benefit of the viewers and the listeners, I'll tell you what I've been up to, and then you can tell everyone what you've been up to.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
You're more than welcome. Right, okay. So since the last podcast, I got married.
You did.
You did. I did.
Hang on.
I got married.
Oh, hang on. No, no. Oh, stop. Say it again. I got married.
I got married.
Oh, it's not worked.
Oh, Was it a
Is it
fanfare?
what? Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear anything, but I think
All
it's
right.
because you
Okay.
probably need a
Say it again.
monitor. Okay.
Say it again.
Since the last podcast, I got married. It worked that time. So we got married in July of last year in America. Very low key ceremony. We just decided we were going to do it. We literally dragged a stranger off the street, went to a local park with a registrar, got married, and that was it. And then we went out for a meal in the afternoon, in the early evening.
Nice.
So we did that. So, of course, being over in Detroit, getting married was a good excuse not to diet because obviously all the temptation of the food in front of you, and it was just like, oh, I'm on holiday, I'm not going to diet. So that didn't really help in my quest to lose weight. And then when I came back, so that was end of July. We came back sort of middle of August, I guess, and middle of August to Christmas. I mean, it was all virtually Christmas then. So I thought, well, there's no point in trying to lose weight this close to Christmas. So I probably went off the rails somewhat there. And then it was the party season. That didn't help. And then I've had my wedding party that we decided we were going to have when we got back, because obviously no one was with us to celebrate, which you know about, which was a couple of weeks ago. Um, so that's pretty much what's happened. So although I have been, I won't lie, it's been losing weight has become very difficult for me. Um, Even though I think I've been doing the right things, I think my body has adjusted so much that if I if I go off track just once, it's almost as if I know I'm going to put weight on. And when I say, I mean, it could be like I might have a burger or I might have a sandwich or something. It could be something really silly,
Yeah.
but I pretty much know when I go and weigh in, I'm going to put weight on. And so that can be quite disheartening, if I'm being honest, because you just think to yourself,
Yeah.
I'm just destined for the rest of my life to, just always be on a diet. And I don't want to be like that. And it goes back to what we probably said in past episodes, it's just a complete lifestyle change. You've just got to accept it. You've got to change your lifestyle completely. So, in that respect, I'm still very conscious of what I eat. Um, I'm back on it now. I weigh in tomorrow morning, so that'll be the 7th of February. I weigh in tomorrow. And that really is going to kickstart me on again. Same with the Couch to 5K and just and even the podcast. The podcast helped because we become more public about it. Everything's out there in the open. We can't hide from anything. We have to be honest. So, that's what, the whole idea of getting back on track really. So that's me. What about you?
Uh, just thinking back to the date, July was when we 2022. I've been on holiday 3 times since then,
Yeah.
and each time I've been away on holiday, I've put a stone on or
Yeah.
thereabouts.
Yeah.
But I have lost a bit of weight in between, and I get what you're saying. It's very easy to, when you've lived your life just putting whatever you want in your mouth whenever you want. That is a really hard habit to break, and it's much in the same way as I would say for people who smoke.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing. So when you've spent your lifetime doing that, trying to break that habit is insanely difficult. And I found that I think I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to trying to kid myself that I can do it easy, because it's not easy.
It's not.
Which is why I still go to Slimming World, because there's something about going somewhere to weigh in front of someone that makes that kind of keeps you on track a little bit. If I'd stopped going to Slimming World, I'll be honest, I've spent probably 16 months of wasted money at Slimming World, where I've just gone, I've lost a pound, the week after put 2 on, the week after that lost 3, the week after that put another pound on. I've spent a good 16 months of just £5.95 a week, £5.95 a week, and I've wasted my money probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last 12-week countdown I bought in November time, back end of November, completely wasted, because if you look at my book from when I signed up to that to when it finished, I'd not lost a pound. I'd not lost anything. I'd lost and I'd gained, and I'd lost and I'd gained, and I'd got nowhere. So that was wasted money. But the way I think about it is, if I'd have stopped going completely, I'd have ballooned in weight again.
100%, 100%. I was just
I'd
gonna interject there and say exactly the same. You know, it's very
I'd have
easy.
ballooned in weight again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And of course, and I think when we do something like this, you know, you're bringing it out into the open. You're bringing your feelings out. You're bringing your emotions out. You're bringing your troubles out. And we may only get 10 people listening to this, right? Or more, hopefully. Who knows? But the fact that someone else is listening kind of drives you on again to work harder. So this week, I mean, I lost 2.5 pounds at weighing yesterday. I'll be honest, Nick, I don't see how, because this last week I've not really been that good. So Woody said that means you just got to be careful this week because you'll put it on next week, and then that makes you think, well, actually, no, I'm not going to do that because I'm doing the podcast, and I'm trying to do a few more TikToks at the minute, and that puts me in a different frame of mind. So as the weekends, as the mornings are now getting lighter again, whereas it's not like dark until 7:30, 7:45, I don't mind going out for a walk early in the morning. I
yeah,
think after this weekend, after this Saturday, the sun rises at like 6 a.m.
yeah,
Which is great because up until recently, it's been dark until 7:30. I don't want to go walking in the dark in a field
yeah,
7:30 when there could be. I mean, we live in quite a dodgy place where we are,
yeah,
right? And there could be anyone out there. You just don't know. Well, there could be anyone out there anyway if it was even daylight.
yeah. I don't. I
But
mean, I admit, this time of year doesn't help, does it? Because you're not
no,
sitting indoors thinking, "Oh, I've got to go outside. I've got to go outside." I mean, when the sun's shining and from spring till October, God, if I'm not working, I'm out in the garden, in the garage, in the shed. I'm doing something. I'm keeping active, and my mind is keeping active. Of course, even that. If your mind is active and your body's active, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. You're not sitting indoors thinking, "Oh, what starving? What am I going to have to eat? What am I going to have to eat? What's for dinner tonight? I can't wait." And it's like,
yeah,
and when you
like
think
organizing your food is super important.
big time, big time. And like I think again we've spoken about batch cooking, and I said to Doris, I said, what we need is we need a whiteboard in the kitchen on the back of the door, and section it off 7 days, and that's what we're going to have that day. That's what we're going to have that, and stick to it. Stick to it. And then,
Mm,
of course, it's the portion size. You get your portion sizes right, you know, and just do that. And once you sort of get into that routine, that can only help. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait for the weather to improve and just get out and start doing things. And but when you say you go on holiday and you put on a stone, I mean, that's really difficult for some people, but others with the metabolism that we've probably got and 2 weeks away. We did 2 weeks away in America. I put on 11 pound. That's nearly a stone in 2 weeks,
mm,
and I wasn't eating constantly, but I was just eating different to what I was eating before I went away, and
yeah.
it's
And plus,
difficult. It
America
really
has got other problems when it comes to food because I think their portion sizes out there are a little bit more wild compared to over here. And
well,
you're
yeah.
on holiday. I want to eat what I want when I'm on holiday.
I don't know about you, but I mean, if at my age now, I mean, I as boring as it sounds, if someone says to me a night out, I think we spoke about it, holidays. What do you like doing on holiday? Well, actually, I like just sitting there with a coffee, something to eat, watching people. That's what I
Yeah,
enjoy doing.
perfect.
Socializing at our age now, what does it involve? Eating. So when you start thinking, well, you can't do that, then you
Yeah.
think to yourself, God, life becomes a bit boring because your night
Mm,
out, you can't really drink because, if you're going to drink pints of lager or whatever, you're going to have loads of calories going through your system again. You can't eat what you want to eat because you got loads of calories. So you just think, God, and it is difficult to buy things when you're out there still in restaurants, unless it's a salad. You know, there's still not that
Yeah, I
choice
think
for
you've
a
got
lot
to.
of people.
But then you've still got to think about the salad, don't you? You've still got to think about, well, you know, is it just going to be salad, or is it going to have a dressing on it, or is it going to have balsamic vinegar on it? How's that been made? Did they buy it? Where did they buy it from? What are the ingredients? It's and I think people who don't have whatever this is we have, whether it's an eating disorder or whatever, they don't, you know, maybe they do have the same kind of worries, but because they're a lot smaller, they maybe don't have to. I don't know. It's weird, you know. Our bodies all work in like mysterious ways, and it honestly feels like I only have to look at food and I put weight on.
Yeah. Have you ever thought to
But I,
yourself,
but
have you ever thought you would have a gastric band fitted or
no,
sleeve, whatever they're called now?
I
Honestly,
know of people who've had it. I wouldn't I wouldn't do it personally because I feel it would be a hollow victory if you went down that road. I know why people do it. I know people on TikTok who are doing it at the minute. It scares the life out of me. Anything that's intrusive in that kind of
yeah.
way that changes how you that there's a physical change to your body. That's that kind of stuff scares the hell out of me. It really does.
I know a couple of people up here in Suffolk that have had it done and they've lost shed loads of weight. They really have. But if I was sitting in front of a doctor and a doctor said to me, "Do you want a gastric band fitted? You know, sleeve, whatever." You know, I think a lot of people like me or you would probably say, "Yeah, yeah," because it's the easy way out. It's like the magic wand. You know,
Yeah,
you don't need to
yeah,
try anymore. This is it. This will be the answer to
yeah,
all your prayers. But in
yeah,
reality,
yeah.
I'm not sure that I could do it. I really don't. You know, but
You
then
can see
there's
why
also
people
this.
do it.
Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it, and that's not knocking anyone that's had it done, and, you know, everyone's got their own reasons for doing it, you know, and that might be health reasons. It just might be that, you know, the mental health reasons. It could be anything, but so I totally get it, but I'm still not sure I could do it. Um, but then there's this new thing that the N on the NHS now that you can swallow apparently, isn't there, that
Yeah, like
expands
a pill or
inside.
something, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
oh no, no, no. Yeah, it's like isn't it like a balloon or something
it's
that
like a balloon, yeah,
and it
yeah.
takes up
So
space in your stomach?
if that's not there for people like us, for instance, I mean, if you went to your doctor or I went to my doctor and I said, "You know what? I'm really down. I'm depressed. It's all about my weight." Is the easy cop out for them to say, "Try this tablet. This'll do it for
Mm.
you." Or do they is it like a last resort? You know, "Oh, you've got to have surgery or whatever, and you need to lose some weight, so I'm gonna give you this tablet, and that's gonna help you." And that means that then you can have surgery on another condition that you probably couldn't have had if you were that big. I don't know what the stipulations are in terms of, you know, prescribing that to people, but, you know, I
I have heard about that tablet.
you know, is it just freely available to, you know, "Hey, I wanna lose weight. Excuse me, doctor, I wanna lose weight. You got anything?" "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah. Try this tablet." I'm not sure it works like that. I don't know how it works. That's you know, it'd be interesting to have that conversation with someone 'cause,
Yeah,
you know
I think when I looked at it, which was a good few years ago, it was before COVID, really. It was yeah, it's something that you take and it expands a balloon or something in your stomach, and it obviously just occupies space. So that means you can't eat as much food because it will just make you feel sick.
but even
It's a
the
temporary solution. It will eventually come out, but I don't know how long it's in there for.
yeah, but then if let's say, for instance, it's in there for 2 years, after 2 years, has your mind and your body decided that those smaller portion sizes that you've been living on are now the norm and you'll carry on doing that?
Yeah.
Or would you need to go and have another tablet and a pill or balloon or whatever it is? It's you know,
I'm just
again,
having a look
I
online at them now. The gastric balloon group. Okay, it is non-surgical weight loss solution. It is um, many. There are many eligibility factors to consider, but we generally offer a gastric balloon to those aged between 18 and 70 with a BMI of anything over um, between 27 and 50 kilos per meter square. I mean, I'm guessing my BMI is way above that. So it's a non-invasive procedure, 20-minute outpatient appointment, no need for endoscopy. You simply swallow the capsule with water. The balloon is filled with saline, whatever, confirmed via X-ray, and the catheter is removed. No sedation needed. You can drive home. The gastric balloon serves as portion control, remains in your stomach for about 16 weeks, after which a time-activated valve deflates it naturally with no removal, but it comes out your bum. I mean, it sounds great. I mean, you know, it's non-surgical, which is a plus. It's temporary, which is a plus. You know, you don't have to have it forever. Effective weight loss, reduced hunger, better portion control, improved eating habits. As with most things, these things, the support you get afterwards is always the key to the success of this.
Yeah.
And
And is that what you're reading? Is that through the NHS or is that through
no, well,
another third
this
party?
seems to be this seems to be private. So risks: nausea and vomiting for 3 to 4 days as the body adjusts.
Yeah, that's
Bowel
me all the
habits,
time.
constipation and diarrhea, acid reflux, gastric irritation, balloon migration, very risk of bowel obstruction requiring intervention.
Ooh.
Um, Cost. Let's have a look. Under cost, it then offers finance options. So
Oh, that's never a good
know it ain't
start.
going to be cheap. No, it's
Yeah.
not, is it? Okay, so cost. Gastric balloon options. Here we go. Right. Interesting that the first price they give you is to how much it costs to have it removed if it doesn't come out. Right. Allurion Plus, which I'm not really quite sure what that is, 6,300.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay.
Allurion Plus. Non surgical. Well, no, it says here you could have two for maximum weight loss. I mean, the next one down, Allurion 4,200, Heliosphere. Oh, so these must be different brands. Heliosphere 4,400, BIB 4,600, Orbera 365 4,800, and then the removal is 1,800. This is if you've got another balloon that you have to have removed before you have this balloon.
Oh, right, okay. But the
Wow.
NHS one, I think the NHS one doesn't cost anything, does it? So why would you I suppose that I don't know. I mean, if the likes of me or you wouldn't qualify for that, I'd be amazed. But
Mm.
I'm not sure I'd feel comfortable with that. You know, when they start talking about risks, you know, it might get jammed up in your bowels or whatever. It's like shit, you know.
Yeah, see,
I need
this is where I kind of get turned off a little bit by it
same here.
because you know it's just easier to try and teach yourself just to not eat so much food. I mean, I
Yeah,
still have a problem with food in that as soon as I've ate it, I'm within half an hour I'm ready to eat something else.
yeah. Or you're looking for
You
the
know,
next thing. You're looking for the next thing to. I mean,
yeah,
again, you know, I don't mind admitting, I woke up this morning. I haven't had breakfast this morning. I haven't had anything at all. Right, I've had 3 cups of tea. I think that's it. And I'll tell a lie. I've had a rich tea biscuit. That's all I've had today. And it's 1 o'clock, and I was up about 8:30 this morning. Right, so that's all I've had.
yeah,
Not for any reason. The only reason I haven't eaten today is because I've been busy. I've been doing things. So literally, when I woke up, I thought I want to get out and I want to do what I needed to do before it rains. If it rains, will it rain? It might rain. So let me get out there and do it. Then I come in here. Then I had some social media stuff to do for work. So I've done that, and then we've done this. So everything's been sort of active. I haven't had a chance really to think about food. If I hadn't have done any of that, and I woke up and then I went and sat on the sofa and drank my cup of tea, the first thing I'd be thinking is, right, what am I going to have for breakfast? What am I going to have for breakfast? Once I've had my breakfast, I'm thinking to myself, cool. I tell you, it'd be lovely to get a couple of nice rolls for lunchtime with some cheese and some salad in it. And yeah, let's do. Yeah, yeah. No, no, Nick, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, I won't do it. But what's for tea tonight? Right, so what am I gonna have for tea? So I'm already thinking about food. Yeah, I know people that it's like the furthest thing from their minds. It's like food is an inconvenience. It really is, but for the likes of me or you, I mean, shit, no. No, no,
You
no.
are always looking for the next thing. I mean, it's like I've got the soup cooking away in the kitchen. I'm gonna go and turn it off in a minute, but I am so looking forward to like quite possibly the biggest bowl of that. But I'm in the back of my head. I'm thinking. I mean, it's completely sin-free soup on Slimming World. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking, what can I add to that to make it a bit more interesting?
Yeah,
So my first go-to is crispy bacon,
yeah.
which is not sin-free. Um, so there's that, or knock up some pasta, or boil a few spuds. You know,
But so
but I think
you just
pasta's
there,
probably the better
you've
option.
yeah, and you've fallen into the same trap as me, right? So although we have this thing about it's free food, right?
Mm,
So in one hand, free food, brilliant, great. On the other hand, you've
yeah,
just said, I'll have a big bowl of it, right? I'm exactly the same. So what I'm thinking is, it's free, I'll have loads of it.
yeah,
Rather than
yeah,
thinking, it's free, why don't I have just a normal sized portion of it?
yeah,
And then train
or
your
not,
brain to think normal portion size, normal portion size.
or not. What can I add to it to not make it
Yeah, yeah,
not
but
sin-free anymore?
I mean, I get that. I mean, even like the pasta. Yeah, I mean, you add the
Mm,
pasta to it. That's not so bad, is it? And it's quite filling. But it goes back a couple of weeks ago. Me and I think we had on our Fat Wednesday. And for those of you that are listening for the first time, Fat Wednesday is normally the day we weigh in, and then that means that that's the night that we sort of go off the rails somewhat.
go
So
all out.
yeah. So, so if I were, and again, we've touched on this before on previous episodes, if I was to go out with Doris for something to eat, and I had a southern fried chicken burger with some fries, sweet potato fries, and normal fries or whatever, I'd have that. Never in a million years would I say, "I'll have 2 southern fried chicken burgers and a portion of chips." Yeah, at home,
Yeah, no, 100%.
are you the same? Be honest.
Of course.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
100, yeah, 100%,
that's
absolutely.
and that is just pure greed, nothing else,
Yeah.
pure greed. Because
When we have, I was just going to say when we go shopping at Aldi, Aldi do these flaming hot chicken thigh burgers, right? They're about £2.50 for two or whatever. So we buy four, right? We get two boxes because there's
Yeah,
three of us in this house, and Woody has one, and Jonathan and I have one each, and then of course there's one left.
yeah,
Now Jonathan and I are now staring at it.
yeah.
Now, Jonathan's like 22. He's skinny-ish. He is skinny. I should just go, Jonathan, there you go.
Have it,
You have it.
have it.
I don't need it. But no, I want to eat it.
Yeah,
Are you eating that, Jonathan? No, no, I'm all right, actually. Thanks. Brilliant. I have
yeah,
two burgers on my plate. I would never ever. No, I have been to McDonald's and had two burgers. I can't lie.
yeah.
You have
But
like a Big Mac meal and a fillet of fish chaser.
but my Doris is the same.
Mm.
If you get four southern fried chicken burgers in a box that you get from the supermarket,
Two
she'll have
each.
one, I'll have two.
Yeah.
We know where this is going, don't we? Possibly the next day. I mean, as bad as it sounds, the other day, and we always have brioche rolls full of butter, full of
Yeah.
crap, right? So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
following day, no, I think it was 2 days after. So it could have been Thursday or Friday the last time we did a Fat Wednesday. On the side, there's a brioche roll. Right now, rather than just thinking, well, that's not fresh, I'll put it in the bin. No, I toast it. So now I've
Put
got
Bob.
a buttery toasted brioche bun with butter on it. And I've just ate it for the
Yeah.
sake of it. And that's like my little starter before I had my toast, which had peanut butter on it. And as you're eating it, you think, Nick, you're doing this is all wrong. Stop it. Stop it. And
But
then you
you,
think,
but you don't
it's
know, though,
okay.
do you?
Tomorrow I'll start. I'll be fine tomorrow. I'll be fine. I'll get today out the way. I'll start tomorrow.
So we're back in the room. Sorry about that. I had to go and turn my soup off. I blended it up. I've not ate it yet. It does look
No,
nice.
no.
Nipped out and had
Cup of coffee.
and he went to the chip
Cup of
shop.
coffee.
Had a cup of
Cup of
coffee.
coffee. Yeah. Nothing
I've
else.
only got I've got water. I'm trying to drink 2 of these a day.
Yeah, good. Good.
So, but yeah, no. So we were talking about balloons and stuff. I mean, yeah, I think I'm not into all that invasive stuff. I think I'd give that a miss. I
Yeah.
know I can lose weight without going down that road, and it costs a lot of money. If you think about how that money could be better spent, even if you, I mean, let's just do a quick calculation. If you spend 4,000, say 500 on a balloon, right? That is 756 weeks at Slimming World.
Yeah. That's a lot of
You know,
years,
that's
isn't it?
that's 2 years. 2 years at Slimming World.
I'm just going to see if the NHS
They
weight
do it on the
loss.
NHS. If you've got a certain BMI or you've got diabetes and you got this and that, then you can be considered. Yeah, 100%.
Have a look. Let's have a look. See, swallow. Oh, that's obesity surgery. I can't see
It's
anything.
weird because it looks like a tampon.
Yeah,
It looks like something like a little pill-shaped thing. It's quite big. It's not quite the same size as a headphones box like this. It's
yeah.
about maybe half of that, right? But it's on a string. So when you swallow it, you got string hanging out your mouth, and then
How
they do something
embarrassing.
to. Yeah.
Right, this is what the NHS. Did you read the NHS thing about it or
No,
not?
I haven't read it
Right,
yet.
so this
No.
is what the NHS say. You will need to be classed as clinically obese with a
Yeah.
BMI of 40 or above.
Yeah.
If your BMI is above 35 and you suffer from a medical health problem such as type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure or any other illness which can be improved by a substantial amount of weight loss, you may be considered a gastric balloon patient.
Okay.
So
And that's on the NHS as well. So,
that's on the NHS. How
but
much
the thing
does
I
a
think,
weight loss balloon cost? How much do you quote? Worth it? What else?
they will try to push you into cheaper options before you even get before you even get considered for that.
Well, I think that they will. They sure. I mean, the correct way of doing it is that you try. You need to be monitored in terms of trying to lose weight naturally, and then if that's not working, or let's be honest, not beat around the bush. It's our fault that we're fat like we are because we
Yeah.
put too many calories inside us and we don't burn them off. It's as simple
Yeah.
as that,
Yeah.
So, and I know that there's this. It's metabolism. No, you can't help it. Yeah, you can help it. I think there's been a few sketches by Ricky Gervais when he talks about fat people. But, rightly or wrongly, he's right. It's only our fault. We're the ones. It's no one else's fault. No one's
No,
forcing
100%.
me to eat. No one's forced. I eat food
100%.
because I love food, and that's it. And sadly, I like it too much, and I put too much in my mouth, and that's what makes me fat. And then the fact I don't exercise enough means I never burn it off. So whose fault is it? Mine.
Yeah. No,
Simple.
you're right. I think why should we put I mean, I wouldn't do it because I would also think it's a bit of a the NHS hasn't got a lot of money. It's my own fault. I'm fat. Why should other people pay for why should other people pay for me to lose weight?
It's a bit like,
I've
what
done
about smoking as well? I mean,
yeah.
should you be allowed to get anything on the NHS if you're a smoker and you want to give up?
I
No,
get that. I get that some people have reached the end of the road. They can't they just can't lose weight. They've tried everything. They've tried the Atkins diet. They've tried Slimming World. They've tried Weight Watchers. They've tried going to the gym. They've tried everything other than the last 3 things that are available to them are bypass, gastric band, or balloon. And when those are the only options, and if it's life threatening, if it's truly life threatening, then yeah, I think there is a valid case for it at that point.
yeah.
For people like me and you who just need to stop putting food in our mouths, probably not a valid case.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you were honest and I was honest, we are just two greedy men when it comes to food.
No, we are 100%. 100% greedy,
Oh.
fat, obese, greasy fellas.
But do you ever lay in bed now and think to yourself, God, I hope I don't put on. I mean, when I lost a lot of weight, and I was up to just under 6 stone, I'd lost, and I must say now not at 6 stone now. I'll leave that for another day. But when I was there, I love buying clothes, as you know. I buy loads of clothes, and um, so for me to think to myself, I'd had dreams where I've been laying in bed and I'm thinking, I put all that weight back on, and now all the clothes I bought don't fit me. Honestly, I've woke up before and I've thought, "What have you done? What have you done?"
Yeah, no, no. I've got T-shirts right in my cupboard that I bought for a holiday 2 years ago that don't fit anymore because they're more like boob tubes.
Yeah, but they fitted how long ago?
2 years ago, back in sort of like October 2022, when we stopped doing the podcasts a few months, because that was when I was at my lowest weight. I think I'd lost 4 stone at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I don't,
Um,
I personally don't feel I haven't put all of my weight back on, but I don't feel comfortable in saying at the moment how much I've put on. If I'm being honest, I probably want to leave it another podcast. I want to get once I know I'm back in the routine of doing things properly. I think to
yeah.
myself, right, okay, yeah, yeah, this is what I've done, and because I think some of it is tinged with a bit of embarrassment. Because
Hmm.
it's like, I don't want people listening to this thinking, "What a waster. You lost all that weight and now you've put how much back on?" I don't want
The
that.
thing is, though, I, in some way, I want people to feel that. I want people to do that because that'll maybe push me into thinking I'm not that. I'm not that. I
Yeah,
know I can do it because I've done it. I just need to, and
but
maybe
you
sometimes you just need that. Maybe you just
yeah,
need that kind of push.
yeah, but you probably need to hear that and think that when you're in the right frame of mind as well. So, like I say, if you've been really good for a week or 2, and then if someone were to question it, "What do you mean you've put on a stone and a half? What do you mean?" Yeah, so what? But, I'm back on it. You watch me fly. You watch me fly.
Yeah,
So it's about, for me personally, it's about when I say, and all right, I reckon I've probably put on a stone and a half since
yeah,
possibly 2. I reckon between a stone and a half and 2 stone is what I've put back on of the 6. So
yeah,
once I know I'm back in the groove and I'm losing weight again,
yeah.
then I could handle someone saying to me, "You what?" Oh, I don't care. I just brush it off. I don't care. I'm fine.
Mm.
Watch me go now. It didn't take me long to lose it last time. It won't take me long. Watch me go. So,
I'm
you know,
flying, mofo's.
yeah, but that's it. So, but at the moment, if someone said that to me, "You absolute waste of space. What do you mean
Mm,
you've put on a stone and a half?" I'd be quite confrontational about it. I'd probably get into an
yeah,
argument with someone. Um, But yeah, like I say, once I've been doing it for a week, I'd probably be, yeah, bring it on. I don't care. I don't care. I'll be fine. And once again, you get in that headspace, you start doing the counts to 5K, and you're eating the right food, and your portion sizes are right. I keep thinking of yeah, summer looking good, same as we do every year. So yeah,
so
bring it on,
you
bring it
get
on.
weighed tomorrow. How do you think you've done this week?
Terrible.
Okay, because did you go last week?
No, no, we didn't. No, because we had the party, didn't we? So we
Okay,
decided. That was just after the party. That was a Wednesday after the party, so we
yeah,
didn't
it
go.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay,
booked it off as
so
holiday.
okay, all right, fair enough. So okay, so we will,
I
because I
think what
think we
we
need
should,
to do
yeah, I think we
we
should
need
set
to do this
ourselves
regularly.
a target each as to how much we're going to lose. So Wednesday, and yours is going to be Monday, isn't it?
Yeah,
So for your week, how much do you want to lose?
I want to do at least another 2.5, 2 to 3 this week.
Okay,
I think two a week is maintainable for me. I think it's a healthy. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd love to do 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, obviously, but two a week is more acceptable because that way I'm still eating a lot of the foods that I like to eat, but
Yeah,
I'm not going completely cold turkey. What I would like to try though, as a bit of an experiment, although it would be quite expensive to do, is to just literally eat for 1 week Slimming World meals. You know the frozen ones you get in Iceland?
yeah,
Eat something for brekkie, something free. Okay, because they don't Slimming World don't do a breakfast. Mind you, they do that sausage burger like a McDonald's one, don't they?
yeah.
But everything you have with that is not free. So you could maybe have so I'm just thinking to just try it for a week, just to see what happens. Eat nothing but Slimming World free food out of the freezer at Iceland.
And pile up. And again, although you probably look at it and think that's quite an expensive way of doing it, actually, if that is what you're having with your vegetables, it probably isn't going to work out that expensive
No.
in relation to what you would have normally spent.
The only downside to it is a lot of the Icelands near us, they don't really have a right lot of variety in when it comes to the Sling World dinners. But I would be willing to give that a go. I mean, it probably costs about 50, 60 quid for
What?
just for
What?
just for one
Just
person.
do you reckon? How much are they then? How much is
Um,
one meal?
the pots are about 2.75, 3 quid. The
Yeah.
snack pots, for lunch.
Yeah.
And the main meals are, I think, 4.50 or 4.75, but some of them are for two people.
Okay.
So that's not maybe so bad if I can get me and Woody both to do it. Um, but yeah, you would have to pile on the extras like the
Your
veg
veg.
to go with it. Yeah,
So
and cook 100%, because I don't think I've ever done a 100% on plan week. I don't think
same.
I've ever done that.
I
So I,
reckon.
I would be willing, I think. How about this for an experiment for Too Fat DJs,
Yeah.
right? One of us does the meals,
Yeah.
and one of us does a 100% on plan week.
Okay.
And by that I mean, with the on plan week is, I mean, I think according to the book I'm allowed 35 sins a day is my maximum. Is that correct?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
35 sins is quite a lot. I
Yeah.
think you need to have the sins though. Um, Mind you, it says allow yourself 5 to 15, but I think it is different if you're a chunky monkey like me and you.
Yeah.
I think it would be very difficult to have a 100% on plan week. I think it would be better to just maybe have a go with the meals and just see what happens with that.
Well, I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I might even go down there. Might even go down there this afternoon and get six because it'll be six because obviously Fat Wednesday. 6 meals,
Yeah,
six
six
main.
snack pots.
No, the main ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for lunch I'll have like a couple of boiled eggs or something like that. I'm
No, I
gonna
was
try
talking.
that.
I was just thinking. I was saying eating pure Slimming World meals, frozen meals for a week.
Yeah,
It'd be expensive. It'd be about 50, 60 quid. It's a
yeah.
lot of money, serious amounts of money. But I'd be interested to know just what would happen if I'm eating completely free food and even trying and going as far as no sins, right? And just sticking to your allowance, so your healthy A with your milk and your healthy B with like a piece of toast or whatever, or a bagel or whatever it happens to be. Stick to it 100% with your healthy A, your healthy B, and Slimming World throw. So healthy A and B maybe for your breakfast, and then Slimming World frozen snack pot for your lunch, and then the frozen dinner for the evening. For a week, for 6 days, what would happen?
You gonna do it then?
I quite fancy having a go at it.
Yeah. I might do this that I've just said. Just have have a look in the Slimming World book, the recipes for breakfast and lunch, and
Hmm.
have a Slimming World main meal in the evening with vegetables. Because the
Yeah,
other thing is as well, your portion size is going to be correct, isn't it?
yeah, 100%. But a whole frozen Slim World meal is free food. Apparently, a whole one is still free food, so you could still eat the whole one, which would maybe satisfy your appetite a bit more
With vegetables as well. Trouble
with
is,
vegetables as well. Yeah,
my favourite vegetables would be cauliflower cheese, which probably isn't good.
yeah.
Well, it
I don't
isn't.
think
It isn't
cauliflower.
good. We know it's not good. So,
No, no, no. We know it's not good. I'm just trying to think. What are the Iceland Slimming World frozen? I know they just bought out some new ones recently. I don't know what their latest choices are. Let's have a look. Whilst we're here, let's just move that up to there so I can see that. Okay, so we've got beef lasagna. I've got to say, Woody and I have the beef lasagna quite a lot when we do gigs because one of those split between the two of us with a jacket potato and salad is really nice. You wouldn't believe it was a free food thing, but it's free food. Oh yeah, 3 for a tenner they're doing. Oh, that's
I've
good.
just I'm on here.
Um,
Look,
yeah,
3 for a tenner.
Korean style beef noodles. That's nice. I've had that one. Jerk chicken and rice. I've not had that.
Yeah, I'm on there now.
Chicken tikka masala is good. I like that one. Salt and pepper chicken chow mein. I have had that one. I like that. Braised steak and root veg mash. I've not had that. Chicken balti biryani. I can't remember if I've had that.
Sausage
Meatballs and
jambalaya.
pasta.
Have you had the
Yeah, I've
sausage
seen that one.
jambalaya?
Yeah, we've had that one. Yeah, we've had the chicken. I think we've had the chicken and chorizo style sausage paella. I think. I don't know. Chicken tikka rogan josh, Singapore noodles, chicken and mushroom ramen, however it is you say it. Chicken in black bean sauce, sweet and sour chicken. You could have like a full Chinese on free food.
Mm.
Teriyaki salmon, penne arrabbiata. That's quite nice. What else is there?
3 for
Cold
a tenner.
cannon. I've
So that's
never
going to
seen that
cost
before.
you for 6 nights. It's going to cost you 20 quid.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. That's
And
not
then
bad, is it?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to go this afternoon.
And then so 3 of the meals, 3 for a tenner, or they do 3 of the snack pots as well for a tenner. That's a bit weird.
Can I just put a disclaimer in it? Other supermarkets are available. Other slimming other slimming meals are also available. We are we are not sponsored by Slimming World or Iceland, but Iceland and Slimming World. If you'd like to sponsor us, hell, we're up for that big time.
Well, we've been down this road before. We're trying to get Qubits on board,
Oh
but that
yeah,
never happened.
qubits, yeah,
Yeah,
qubits.
that never happened.
I'm gonna have a bit of that. I think I'm gonna go down and get 3 meals for a tenner.
Just
I
to
like
see
that.
what would happen.
Yeah, and they got some really
And then the week
unusual.
after, and then the week after, every night you just go pure takeaways.
Yeah, yeah,
Just to see what happens in the other direction.
yeah.
So
See the-
McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Chinese, Indian. What else could you have? Pizza.
Yeah.
That's 6.
Here, I've just looked on one of these. Have you seen that they do Slimming World free food sweet potato chips? Right?
Yeah, I've
Have you
seen them.
seen
Yeah.
them? Have you tried them?
No, we tend to make our own.
Right. This is the first time I've seen this. Right? You might have seen it different. There's actually it tells you air frying as well. It gives you
Oh
the
no, I have
details.
seen it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen that
I've seen.
before, so
Yeah.
that's obviously everyone's got an air fryer nowadays, and
If you
yeah,
look on anything you buy these days, that's frozen. Like we get frozen chips sometimes because we can't be bothered to make our own. But if you look on the back of anything that you can cook in an air fryer these days, you will find air fry instructions.
how much different are Slimming World sweet potato fries to normal sweet potato fries that you might buy in Tesco's, Lidl's, wherever that aren't because these are saying they're free food. Well, surely is that because the others are coated in an oil or something, and they're not free food?
I'm not sure. Generally, when we're making sweet potato fries or wedges or whatever, we tend to just we just tend to just chop them up and put them in the air fryer. We roast them first, and then we just air fry. But then they turn black. I mean, normally if we ever went out and had sweet potato whatever with something, generally they come out really crispy. But I can never get them crispy.
But
I
I
think they
think,
coat
yeah.
them in some kind of batter or sugar or
No, I
something.
tell
I'm
you
not
what, I
sure.
think they coat them in
Corn
uh,
flour or
co-
something.
corn flour, yeah, yeah, and then deep fry them. So it's rather pointless having them.
Get this.
Go on.
Right, so new Slimming World book, Food for the Soul.
Yeah,
Is it in here? Let's just have a look. There is a dish in here, which I've got to say is as good as a KFC.
yeah.
It's a chicken burger, because I should have mentioned it earlier on, because you were talking about chicken burgers. Is it this one or is it? Ah, no, it'll be the air fryer one. Where's the other book? Where's the air
I've
fryer
got the air
book?
fryer one. I don't even think I've opened. I don't even think I've opened it yet.
Take 5. No, that's not it. Where's the bloody air fryer book gone? Hmm. In the air fryer book, I
Yeah.
have um, chicken burger, fried chicken burger.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, yeah, we had it the other week.
So I'm guessing it's a chicken breast, and then you're going to coat it in something like what, nachos,
No, no, you,
cornflakes.
oh, no. What you do is you, I think it needs a bit more in the old, in the, oh, I know where it is. It's in the kitchen. You need a bit more in the spice department. I think you know, remember when the KFC secret ingredients made it out onto the internet.
Yeah,
If you mixed all of that up with corn flour,
yeah,
get some chicken thighs,
yeah,
okay, because that's probably the best one to use.
yeah.
Dip them in egg, mix all them spices up with the corn flour, and then coat the chicken in the corn flour and air fry it. KFC.
Is that in the air fryer book?
It is a spicy. I think you put chili powder with it. The one in the book. It's a spicy chicken thigh burger.
I'll have a look at that. I'll have a look at that.
But it's Korean in some way, so they kind of justify the Korean bit or something by saying you put sriracha sauce with some natural yogurt, and then you mix that with like a coleslaw kind of mix, you know, like cabbage and
Yeah,
radish and carrots and whatever.
nice, nice. I'll have to
But
try
yeah,
that.
we were not convinced. I thought the recipe out of the book it lacked a bit of flavour, but I think if you made up the spice mix of what is supposedly the secret sauce for KFC, mix that up with the corn flour, I think you'd get there. I think that would be it. I think it would be as good as. And
Deep
you air
deep
fry. I
fry it
think
with
it's
a
like,
great big brioche bun. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I think you put it in the air fry. I think it's like 10 minutes. You turn it over 10 minutes, something like that.
Right. Well, I am going to go down. I'm going to go this afternoon, and I'm going to go and buy six meals, evening meals, and vegetables, and that's what I'm going to have all week, and I'm going to report back next week.
Yeah, do it.
So I mean, I won't have one tonight, but I'll as of tomorrow. Well, no, it'll be Thursday. I'll start Thursday because
Yeah,
it'll be Fat Wednesday tomorrow. So I'll weigh in tomorrow morning. I'll make a note of that weight, and then I'll do it until the following weigh in, which would be the following Wednesday, and see.
and I think also to help with accountability, we need to share our actual number, our actual weight number.
Yeah, no problems. Do that next week.
I'm doing mine this week because
I
you don't
haven't
know
got
what yours is.
No, I haven't got mine with me. So
Well, yesterday I
yep,
was 26, 2.5
26, 2.5.
with 2.5 loss. So next week, I don't want to be 26 anymore.
No, okay. Well,
So that's the plan.
fair play to you for admitting it. So, um, Right. Okay then. Right. Should we sign off and say goodbye to these
Let's
thousands
sign
of
off.
people that are listening?
I'm not sure there's thousands, but yeah, I need to eat some of my soup.
Yes, and I need to go and find a brioche roll or something like that. No, I don't. I'm only joking. A sausage roll or I'll tell you what I did, mate. I made the Scotch eggs.
Ooh,
But I made it with turkey mince, seasoned it really well. They're nice because they freeze as well. I did actually say to
nice.
Doris yesterday, get a couple of them out of the freezer. I reckon she's forgotten.
So do I.
I'm going to chuck her.
Although I have seen her go to your fridge a few times through the glass window there.
That's because I can't see what she's doing, and she's probably just nibbling away on stuff in the fridge.
Yeah, but I'm revealing all.
Sure. And now, when I go back in there, I'm going to say, "What you been eating?" And she'll say, "Nothing."
Yeah.
Say, "What you been eating?"
So
She'll say, "Nothing."
and when you watch this episode back, you'll see just how many times she went to the fridge.
Yeah, and I'll say, "I know for a fact you've been eating out the fridge because Ian told me." She just texts me to say, "You still talking shit?"
She
Right,
knows. She
right.
knows.
I think it's time to go now before, yeah, it's time to go. Right, okay then,
Right,
right,
I
so
will press stop.
alright.
See you next week.
Thanks everyone for listening, and see you next week. Bye.
Bye.